that's Leo when he claps for the NHS. All right, so on a Thursday night, Leo's taking part too. So today I wanted to talk to you about those really great NHS workers who are really helping us through these times. We're all supporting them every Thursday night with the work that they do. However, I wanted to talk about the things that we're not seeing at the moment to do with those people, and it's really to do with the high earners, the consultants, a lot of them in the NHS and other professions, but particularly the NHS, where because they're in the pension scheme, they've been hit with a lot of tax charges. They're getting bills from the HMRC, some of them in sort of £100,000 level. So nobody likes the tax bill, and it is a real problem, and they've recognised this, and so we're looking at solutions. And I want to share some solutions that you NHS people might find really helpful, and the ones that you can't see or haven't seen because you're so busy helping everyone else and doing your main work. So I'd like to share some of those. So firstly, if you have got a tax bill, you know, there are ways that you might pay that you haven't considered. And I've illustrated here 3 ways of paying. Firstly, that your first mindset is the obvious one, which is I'll find the money straight away and you'll pay the bill directly. So you'll think about, do you have the money and where's that going to come from? And any tax bill from HMRC, it's not pleasant. Those brown envelopes when they turn up, nobody wants them. So you think, well, do I borrow the money? Do I actually increase my mortgage or get a loan or go into more debt to pay these bills? That would be a really obvious solution. The second solution is that you can use what you call scheme pays. And scheme is the pension scheme, and you can use the NHS final salary pension scheme to pay the bill. It's a bit more complicated, there's more forms to fill in, which nobody likes filling forms in, but you can exchange some of your pension, so have a reduced amount of pension to pay that tax bill. But the big question is it a good trade-off? Is the amount of pension that you lose a good trade-off for the amount of the tax bill? When you've worked that out, are you aware that also the NHS would settle that bill, but they're going to charge you 4.4% interest each year until you come to take your pension benefits, because there is no pot in the NHS. So a pretty dim view, a pretty sort of dark vision and future going forward, and which of those 2 options do you choose? Neither of them is very pleasant, but the legislation has changed, so there is another option, and that one is to have scheme pays, but not just from the NHS pension, but from DC pension pots. And these are pension pots. You might have AVCs or personal pensions on the side of the NHS. What you then need to do, and would certainly probably be a much better trade-off, because £1 of tax bill will be £1 of your pension pot, and those pension pots will be able to accept those bills as long as their scheme rules have been adapted for the new legislation. So the first thing to do is check if they have embraced the new legislation. If they haven't, then there are schemes out there that have embraced that legislation, and if you want to give me a call to find out any of them, who they are and how to have your bills paid from your other pension schemes, then give us a ring on the number at the bottom. Okay, thank you.